Hi, I'm Susanna, the founder of Native Wilds, and I'm really excited to be here with Jackie from
Hi.
Maelove. We're going to talk about why it's important to have SPF in your products and the importance of quality natural ingredients and what you're using for yourself or your baby. So I want to take a minute to talk about the Nest. It's a multi-use nursing scarf, car seat cover, and shopping cart cover, and Jackie has one on too.
Super soft.
Very soft. It's actually made from sustainably grown eucalyptus trees. It's probably the softest fabric that you have ever felt, I promise.
Really? That's why I'm wearing it right
Yeah.
now.
And it's naturally sun protective. So as a mom, being able to use this product to cover myself up from the sun is really important. Skin cancer runs in my family, and it's something that I'm always thinking about. And so there's a lot of different ways just that I'll use it during the day if I'm out. And if I'm nursing, it's really great because I can just drape it over one shoulder here, and I know that I'm protecting myself and my baby, or I can throw it up over both, or even wear it like a pashmina. The fabric's also temperature regulating, so it's really great because it keeps you cool in the heat. And then while it's being used on a car seat, there's a couple different options that you have for coverage for your baby. It's nice here in the LA sun where you get a lot of like the side sun, but it's also just hot or windy. You can just use it to cover the side, so you're protecting your baby, but they're also able to stay completely open. Or if it's something where it's really bright and you want to completely cover them, you just pull the fabric up over the top like this, and you're getting like a lot of sun protection and shielding them from the elements. You can also just put it up on the front like this and use it as a blanket on the inside, or completely open it up. And you've got the blanket option or pulling it down. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use it. Thank you, Jackie. So it was important for me to create products that were multi-purpose, that I also knew were safe for me to use and functioned for my baby just in a day on the go. I founded Native Wilds and created the Nest after having my two little ones 13 months apart, and I knew I needed so much gear to go out during the day, and I wanted to be able to create products that were multi-purpose and also reflected my personal style, something that I would want to wear aesthetically with my outfit, that I could throw in the car seat, that I could use for nursing or even a shopping cart. And in addition, all of the Nests come with a handy little built-in pocket right here. So perfect for, you want to take some extra sunscreen out on the day, you can throw it up in the top on the hood, and you're ready to go into the grocery store, out to the park, or whatever you need. And each Nest actually folds back up into the pocket, and you can just throw it in your diaper bag for quick and easy storage, as well as store any other little products that you want to put in the front, like Maelove. So,
Perfect.
yes, so that's a little bit about Native Wilds, about some sun protective benefits that you have while using the Nest. And Jackie, I know, has a lot of insight regarding the importance of natural ingredients in sunscreen and what's safe to use for yourself or your baby. So,
Yeah, so my name is Jackie, and I'm the co-founder of Maelove Skincare. It's a new skincare line that we just started about 2 months ago, and we're a team of an MIT engineer, a chemist, a medical researcher, and my background is I was practicing as an attorney, and we're all a group of friends that came together with a common goal. We wanted to simplify women's skincare routines, make it, without the fuss, but really use high quality ingredients that will feel good on your skin, but also actually deliver benefits, so you'll see the lasting results. So at Maelove, we're not really about the flavor of the month ingredients or just one holy grail ingredient. It's really using a combination of science-based ingredients that we know will deliver the benefits, and you'll actually see the results that you want. So our first launch item is actually the Maelove, the Sun Protector. It's a broad spectrum SPF 30 mineral based sunscreen, and it took us a little over 3 years to formulate this product. I know that a lot of people called us crazy because we just kept going at it, but we really wanted it to be perfect. And it really, for me, I used to hate wearing sunscreen. I grew up in, here in sunny California, and I knew the importance of wearing sunscreen, but I never really did. And for me, like the number one thing that I hated about sunscreen was the smell. I hated it I hated smelling it on myself all day when like I'm not at the beach or on vacation. I think it's different. But for an everyday sunscreen, I wanted something without the smell. I wanted something that was super light, and it wasn't thick or goopy, and you didn't feel like you were wearing sunscreen. And so that's when we really started kind of scouring the market for that perfect sunscreen. And for years, I couldn't find the one that I really wanted to wear every single day. And knowing how important sun protection is, this is why we came out with the sun protector as our first launch item. So just like real quick to go over really the importance of sunscreen. I know everyone knows, it's preventative for skin cancer. So it's super, super important to protect your face and body every day from sun exposure. But the one other thing that I think many women don't know about sun protection and why it's so important is it's actually wearing sunscreen daily over time is going to be your number one wrinkle fighter. Talk to any dermatologist, to a chemist, anyone alike, and they're going to tell you the same shocking fact. I know when I tell women, they're like, oh, I had no idea, because sunscreen is more seen as like an afterthought. Many women know that they have to wear it, but they opt not to for various reasons. It pills, it flakes, it's thick, it's goopy. And for a lot of different reasons, I know, women opt not to wear sunscreen, unless they feel like they're going to be on the beach or on vacation. But we all use, anti-aging night creams and eye creams, but we don't realize the importance of wearing sunscreen daily, because that's really going to help you combat the wrinkles compared to any other skincare products combined. So definitely that's why, we advise you to wear sunscreen daily. Just quick couple things to look for when you're in the market shopping for a sunscreen. Look for something that's broad spectrum. So that will protect you from the two main types of light, which is UVA and UVB. So UVA is like the wrinkle causing ray, where it's going to lose elasticity in your skin and you're going to start seeing the sunspots. UVB rays are the ones that are going to burn your skin and then potentially cause skin cancer. So you want to make sure you're protected from both UVA and UVB rays. The next thing you should look for is an SPF of, it's recommended SPF 15 to 30. Ours is formulated at an SPF 30. So SPF measures sun protection factor, so it kind of measures how well your skin is actually protected from burning. And I know the misconception is, a lot of people think, well, the higher the SPF, the better protected you are, so I'm going to wear an SPF 80 or 100. I know nowadays, I think there's even like 120 outs on the market. But actually, it's a little bit more complicated than that, because just because it's a higher number doesn't mean that you're actually protected that much more. So the difference between an SPF 30 and a 50 is a 1% difference. SPF 30 protects you against the UVB rays, which is the sunburning ray, at 97%, and SPF 50 protects you at 98%. So it's really a very small difference, and so that's something also here at Maelove that we want to educate women about, knowing it's not just higher the better. It's really finding the right balance of something that works for you. And also the reason that we didn't formulate at an SPF 50 is another question. I get asked to, I only wear SPF 50, how come it's not a 50 and it's at a 30? And the reason is actually a lot of, dermatologists will recommend women to wear an SPF 30 because SPF 50 sometimes can cause some skin irritation. And we're all about, formulating products for sensitive skin, especially because everyone has different skin types. And so that's why we formulated ours at an SPF 30. And I think the last thing to really look for is a mineral versus a chemical sunscreen. So chemical sunscreens are absorbed in by your body and have, all the kind of nasty toxic ingredients. Mineral sunscreens will just sit, right on top of your skin, and they'll reflect the UV rays. So it's not actually all absorbed by your body. And so, nowadays I think a lot more people are aware of the difference and are opting to, look for something that's mineral based. But the problem with mineral sunscreens is that even though it's so great, it will leave, it will be thicker, it will leave a light white cast. and it's kind of hard to wear under makeup a lot of times, and that's why, because I was personally looking for a great mineral sunscreen and I couldn't find one. That's when we started working on the sun protector.
Yeah, and I think as a mom, it's been so hard to find non-toxic skincare that also covers everything that you mentioned with being greasy, safe for me, and if my child is up against my skin, I don't feel like they're getting some sort of weird chemicals on them.
Exactly.
That is great for wearing makeup over and doesn't peel, and I really feel like Maelove covers all those bases. I'm so excited about it, not only for myself, but also for my kids, and I'm wearing it every day with or without makeup, not worrying about it with my kids. And so, yeah, it's really like an amazing family skincare product. And something that you mentioned that I think is so important as parents to think about is what type of ingredients are going inside the products that not only, you know, we're using for ourselves, but also for our children. And the Nest is a hypoallergenic fabric, so it's non-irritating, which is really important for newborn skin. And with Maelove, I think there's the fact that it's not irritating and it's good for all skin types, you know, from children up to adults, is really important to think about. I also too know that it's recommended not to put sunscreen on your infant before 6 months, and so that was a challenge too when I was out in the sun trying to figure out how to protect my infant from getting sunburned, because if you get sunburn in childhood, it increases your risk of skin cancer. It doubles it, I think, like in adult years. And so it was always in the back of my head. And so the Nest provides like a great alternative for sunscreen for those early infant days when you're out with your baby and you may or may not be in the sun for a long period of time. But also I know being able to have skincare that works for myself and my kids, and especially that they're not freaking out about me putting on like toddlers and sunscreen is always a challenge.
Like that goopy mess.
It's not goopy and they get so upset that their skin is white after. The fact that it like seamlessly blends in and it's great on the go is definitely, as a mother, something that I look for. And so I'm really excited to have found you guys and to be using Maelove in my home with my family, and I think it pairs so well with the Nest as a summer essential, and you really shouldn't leave your house without either one.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, this is why we, you know, wanted to do this session for you guys and kind of get moms on board on knowing the importance of sun protection, because like you mentioned, it's not recommended to, you know, put sunscreen on infants because they just have super sensitive skin and super thin skin, so you want to be careful. And that's why when I heard about the Nest, I was like, this is perfect, because, you know, I think women think, oh, I only need to protect myself from the sun and I'm going to be out for a long time. But it's even driving. The sun rays can penetrate through the car windows. If you're doing a quick 5-minute walk, or even working at home, it can penetrate through your, you know, home windows, even if you're just home all day. So, you know, there's so many ways where, you know, we're exposed to the sun, but we're not really consciously thinking about it. Right. And these are, I feel like, super easy ways to protect yourself and your babies, because, you know, I mean, and it's like, I don't want to take this off. I'm going to bring this home with me because it's super, like, I'm so surprised at how soft this material is. And like you said, it's like, what, 98 degrees out today, but it's not like, it doesn't make you sweat. Yeah, it's cooling, like even around your neck, your body. So I think it's like, it's perfect. So definitely check it out.